I'll make this short and sweet. We need more DDD boobs. I've been talking about this week how much I admire the things that Kirby and HAL Labs does for Kirby, and one of those things is the arena and the true arenas that we get at the end of Kirby games. These things are magnificent. This mode pits you through all the mini bosses and bosses you fought in the game, but all in a row, with very minimal health in between each battle, and you have to pretty much choose which type of health you want to take with you without taking it all at once. Now, granted, back in the day, it wasn't that good because like with Kirby Dream Land 2, it was literally just all the bosses in chronological order, and that was it. There was no health in between either, there was nothing. It also didn't help me to fight this thing again. Why is your name Sweet Stuff? Well, Dreamland 3 was still difficult. It was a little easier, but it was still battling the bosses in the same order, so not much changed from Dreamland 2. Except for the fact that this stupid kid brought him back. Kirby Superstar finally comes up and gives us the name The Arena. Now this is where things start to kick into overdrive. For one, we get to actually pick an ability instead of... Yeah, now we get to beat up that tree, set him on fire! Now, even though Superstar had health heal-ups in between battles, these were still some very difficult battles. I obviously prefer the arenas. I like boss endurance, but I think the problem also is Kirby's health. It's more bar segmented, meaning that every attack does a single bar of health, where in the other games, it could be varying different attacks that enemies will hit you with, doing various amounts of damage, meaning that some attacks may not be as powerful as others. It just kind of seems unfair that every attack is going to take away a bar from Kirby. It seems like HAL was trying to find a new rebranding for the arena, or maybe something different and just go back to the boss endurance, but at the end of the day, the arena just works. It just makes sense. You're battling all these creatures and enemies again in the arena. It was just for the best. But then, you know what HAL said?
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Yeah, see, that old arena wasn't cutting it. Now Wispy Woods needs to be purple. This time I pit the player against harder versions of all of the regular bosses in the game, making them have new attacks, faster attacks, and just larger hitting attacks, meaning that you were going to take some damage if you were to mess up just one time. You also have very limited health in between battles, meaning no Maxim Tomatoes, which gives you full health. Instead, only small health pickups that only generate a small amount of health, so making sure that you don't take hits is a necessity. The thing I like the most about the True Arena is you get new and unique bosses. Well, not quite yet. This time it was just bosses added in the new version of Kirby Superstar, and they included them in this new arena. This gives the player an absolute onslaught of bosses to have to mow through. In my eyes, Kirby's Return to Dreamland was the start of the trio that I love today. True Arena in this game focused on once again X versions of the bosses, which were part of the X Hard mode in Kirby's Return to Dreamland. But for the first time ever, we actually seen an original boss debut here. That was a battle with HRD3, this giant robot piloted by a robot general. This was actually pretty neat, and I love this because you're not prepared for it. You haven't fought this thing before in the story mode, you don't know what it's going to do, and when it's your first time playing through this True Arena challenge, this is truly a challenge because all the attacks are brand new to you, and I love this. And Triple Deluxe and Planet Robobot does the same thing by just adding even more things to the final boss, making the final boss gauntlet an absolutely amazing one. Just listen to all these bosses you have to fight in a row. You have President Hulkman, clones of Dark Matter and Queen Sectonia, battle with Galactonite again, and you have to fight Stardream in the spaceship. There's then part 2 of Stardream where you have to fight a Galactic Nova, and then they add a part 3 where you have to go inside of the thing and fight its core heart. That's technically 7 in-game bosses in a row. That's pretty sweet. Then Star Allies says, okay, I'm tired of the arena. But it's still the arena. You still have health pickups in between battles. It shows you who's next. You have different rankings and random boss battles. But the only difference here is you get to actually choose your own difficulty. If you want it to be extremely soul-melting hard or super cute and lazy. Then obviously now we have the Coliseum in Kirby and the Forgotten Land. And you have 3 different difficulties, with the hardest one being the Ultimate Cup Z, which gives you harder versions of all the bosses and adds a whole slew of new bosses as well. The point of all this is I absolutely love this. This adds so much more to a game where you can continue to replay this over and over again, especially with different copy abilities, and see which one was the hardest to use, which one was the easiest, which one was the best. And it's just a lot of fun to just kind of go back and do that through a game that you've already completed and even 100%ed. We all know Kirby gameplay is targeted for a younger audience, but I love how games add this extra bit of difficulty for those that are just complete tryhards like myself. I mean, I would seriously love to see other Nintendo games do this as well. Nintendo games aren't known for having tons of different bosses all the way throughout the game, so I would love to see this become like a secret unlockable mode at the end of a game. For instance, Mario Galaxy 2 actually did this with the boss Blitz Galaxy, which actually had you fight all of the Mario Galaxy 1 bosses in a row for some reason, which was weird, but also a lot of fun. We've also seen it a couple times before with games like Kid Icarus Uprising, but still, I want to see more. I need more of this. I need more.